Zelensky has just been sent a black mark. Who is behind it, and what does it mean for Ukraine's future? From a darkened Kyiv came a chilling message. Ukraine's leadership says it is ready to force Moscow to peace, this time with new arguments. Over 1,000 trucks are trapped at the border, hostages of a growing customs war. Lukashenko's latest move has hit Western countries right where it hurts, while in Germany a new scandal erupts as lawmakers plan a visit to Russia. Europe feels the wind of change. Inside Ukraine, something serious is happening. President Volodymyr Zelensky is being weakened, not by Moscow, but from within his own circle. Sources in the Ukrainian parliament say the pressure did not appear out of nowhere. It began after searches at the home of his longtime ally, businessman Timur Mindich. Mindich, often called one of the most secretive figures in Ukraine's elite, has long been mentioned in political telegram channels in a negative light. Now, the National Anti-Corruption Bureau, known as NABU, has released images of sealed bags filled with US dollars, allegedly found during those raids just months ago. Zelensky and his chief of staff, Andriy Yermak, tried to limit NABU's authority, but protests and pressure from Europe forced them to back down. Many in Kyiv believe NABU was created with Washington's help as a mechanism to control the Ukrainian government. When Zelensky tried to redraw the rules and curb the Bureau's influence, Washington made it clear he had crossed a line. Now NABU's strike looks like payback. At the same time, pressure from abroad is mounting. Zelensky recently declared that he is not afraid of US President Donald Trump and even claimed the British monarch helped him re-establish communication with Washington. Analysts say Trump's recent actions are a clear signal, a warning aimed directly at Zelensky, reflecting Washington's frustration with Kyiv's reluctance to accept American peace terms. The investigation wave has also reached former Energy Minister Herman Halushchenko and the state energy company Energoatom. Lawmakers whisper that these cases are connected and already call it Zelensky's case. The timing could not be worse. Massive blackouts continue across Ukraine after Russian strikes on key substations. Member of Parliament Artem Dmytruk accuses Zelensky's team of profiting from the chaos, of turning disaster into business. Many in the political arena believe the president is being systematically undermined, and the energy crisis has become the perfect tool for that. Then came a new blow, an article by former Commander-in-Chief Valery Zaluzhny, now Ukraine's ambassador to the UK, published in the New York Post. In it, Zaluzhny avoids mentioning Trump, but criticizes the idea of freezing the front line, calling it an invitation to another war. His words are sharp and his message unmistakable. Zelensky's policies are leading the country toward defeat. Meanwhile, in Washington, Donald Trump made his position clear. The United States no longer spends its own money on Ukraine, he said. Now, they pay us through NATO. He boasted about raising NATO's spending from 2 to 5%, calling it a major success. Under a new system launched this summer, the U.S. supplies weapons, while Europe and Canada foot the bill, with Washington adding a 10% markup to cover logistics. The Pentagon has already approved over $500 million in shipments. For Moscow, this is provocation. For Washington, it is business. And for Ukraine, it is survival. From powerless Kyiv came yet another threat. Defense Minister Denis Shmyhal announced that Ukraine is ready to strike deep inside Russian territory to force Moscow to negotiate. Commander Robert Brovdy, known by the call sign Madya, echoed the statement, warning Russians to prepare for blackouts of their own. Experts say these declarations mark a dangerous shift that could widen the conflict far beyond Ukraine's borders. At the same time, Kyiv's energy infrastructure is collapsing. Restoring power plants and substations could take months, jeopardizing the country's winter preparations. Still, Ukraine continues to demand more Western air defenses, more technology, and more long-range weapons. Whether this path leads to peace or to a new escalation remains an open question, and while Ukraine faces its darkest winter, a customs war is unfolding between Belarus and Lithuania. More than 1,100 Lithuanian trucks are stranded at the border under Belarusian guard, their owners forced to pay over €100 a day in storage fees. Lithuania demands their release, but Minsk refuses to yield. President Alexander Lukashenko bluntly declared, "We're ready to reopen the border. We never closed it. If they don't remove the trucks, we'll act according to the law, up to confiscation." Analysts say Lukashenko's quick, harsh reaction is bringing him political dividends and showing his neighbors that Minsk is not to be pressured. At the same time, Germany finds itself divided. A delegation from the Alternative for Germany party plans to visit Russia from November 13th to 16th. Bavarian lawmaker Ulrich Singer insists the trip serves Germany's interests, not Moscow's. Their goal, he says, is to restore direct dialogue and economic cooperation, not confrontation. Singer argues that refusing communication only deepens the crisis, while cheap Russian energy remains essential for German industry. He believes sanctions hurt all sides, freezing trade and crippling production. Their message is simple: dialogue, not division. Yet in Berlin, the plan has sparked outrage. Some call the visit dangerous, others see it as a chance for peace. Despite criticism, the delegation refuses to back down. And now, dear viewers, it's your turn. How do you see the future of global geopolitics unfolding? Will these winds of change bring peace or usher in a new era of confrontation? Share your thoughts in the comments, like the video, and don't forget to subscribe. Thank you for watching, and until next time, stay tuned, stay informed, and stay sharp.